Good morning, y'all. Um, I just made a video. Oh, I'm sorry, baby girl. Of the worst flooding yet. It's up on my sidewalk. But let me cover a couple of little things, and then I'm going to get to the real subject of this video. Don't I look like Mrs. Santa Claus? This reminds me of what they have behind Santa Claus when the kids um, are getting their pictures made. And I saw that the other day. Okay. Uh, First of all, sweetie, I'm sorry. I am not rich. So there's no Class C happening. And you would have been the first person that I would have come to visit. Maybe next time. Thank you, Sadie. Okay, now, my fairy godmother has struck again. Late last night, before it started raining, I heard somebody, my front door was open, and I heard somebody outside say, "Hello?" It was one of the Amazon folks. And I went ahead and opened the box, y'all. First of all, this came off my fun list. Now, these are stickers. They're stickers. Miss Hazel, I thought you wanted up here, baby girl. Do you know? Okay, let me look at her jacket, y'all. It's so cute. I love it. Look, she has an orange zipper. It's very sporty. I love it because it's easy to put on. Thank you, sweetie. Okay, now these stickers are for a wall. Basically, they are. But they're stickers and you can put them on anything. Now, I forget how many there are. I think there's like 4 or 6 sheets of these. Now, the primary reason I put them on my fun list is I thought that they would make pretty decorations for Maxine. I took a small one off and laid it up on there. And then I wanted to see how easy they came off so I could position them correctly. There's some other ones on my fun list too, and I can't decide which ones I like better. Now, these are soft, and they'd look good on this sweater right here, wouldn't they? But they're a little bedroomy, so I don't know. They may go in the bedroom. Oh, and there was one other thing. Look at this flower pot. Y'all, when I put this on my fun list, I thought it was pretty. It's much prettier in reality. Look how big that is. And it has a hole, a drainage hole, and a saucer. It is gorgeous. And y'all, I don't know what plant would do it justice. I love it. Thank you, Fairy Godmother. I don't know where it's going yet, but it will have a good place. One of these days, I'm going to get going on that bedroom of mine, but it's going to be a little while. I don't know if this rain keeps up, and I'm You know, I look like I'm going somewhere today. You know, I'm all fixed up, got a sweater on. Hazel said, I don't know why you're doing that because I'm not going out. She rules the roost around here, you know. Um, I have all my cards over here so I can read them all and have that enjoyment. Okay, so the real reason that this sweater is just like, I don't know. Oh, maybe it's been on the hanger too long. Um, it's about Hazel. And I realize that there are some of you new folks that don't know everything about Miss Hazel. So I'm going to tell you. First of all, I rescued her over 10 years ago. The vet's best guess to her age was she was about 2 or 3. They don't know for sure, y'all. Um, so I rescued her from that shelter, and I had seen her online at petfinder.com. Y'all, you can find any kind of baby that you want. They have special places for poodles and Lhasa Apso and Chihuahuas, and their specific rescue groups. Now, you don't always get a full-blooded pedigree, but rescue babies are the best. So, Hazel it was obvious right away. I rescued 2, by the way, at the same time, and I found a home for the other little girl very quickly, a good home. I love to rescue and rehome from high kill shelters specifically. I haven't researched those in a while. We really shouldn't have any more of them, but I'm sure we do. So I brought Miss Hazel home, and I had brought Sugar home a week earlier. Well, she just ran Sugar off. She wouldn't let her get up on the couch with us. She would growl at her, and poor Sugar was like, hey, Missy, I was here before you. Hazel didn't care. She had not been socialized, period. The vet said, her new vet, that I took her to immediately, and the groomer after I got her, um, said that I was telling them about her behavior, and they said that that's kind of consistent with a puppy mill dog. They're not socialized. They live in cages most of the time. They are not near children. They're not near older people. They are not near other animals. It's horrible. I can't even stand to think about it. So I don't know what her life was like. But she has never liked other people. I never let her be around children. She would never lunge and attack anything. But don't bug her. Don't try to pet her. And whatever you do not pick her up. She will bite, and she did bite a man. Little finger, drew blood. So she's always had issues. Now, I had a companion animal and a letter from my psychiatrist to have Zip. So when I got Hazel, it was to rescue her, but also she was going to go to work with me. I tried for 6 weeks. It did not work. She wouldn't let anyone come into my office. She would bark and growl. Well, that's not office behavior. So she had to stay home while I was at work. Now, I lived close enough. I worked for a nonprofit. I could go home at lunch, let her out, spend 30 minutes with her. Um, but it was not the life that I had wanted for either one of us. Um, okay, when I started living in my car, and then when I moved into my van, Tank, she developed separation anxiety because we were together 24/7. Um, so more issues. If she's alone or she gets lost in the house, she will howl. And I'm going to attach a little video to this one. Um, she had an ear treatment, and I forget how long ago it was, and it left her deaf, totally deaf. She's had arthritis, and she's got some problems with vertebrae in her back, but she gets pain medication and anti-inflammatory for that, so she does okay. Um, then she started losing her sight in her left eye. But between her deafness and losing some sight, she developed canine cognitive disorder. What that translates to is dementia or Alzheimer's. Their behavior is the same. They never stop being in motion. And when Alzheimer's patients, and I have quite a bit of experience with this, when Alzheimer's patients get to a certain place in their disease, they have to be restrained. They have to live somewhere with good, unreachable locks. And if Alzheimer's patients are being kept at home with their families, they put alarms on the doors and the windows. They will disappear if they can. They don't know that they're leaving and they're going on a, train trip or whatever. That's what they do. They wander. And the second you turn your back, they're like a little toddler. They will take off. It's happened time and time again. And twice we have had helicopters searching for a dementia Alzheimer's patient that has gotten lost. And I'm so glad to say that both times they were found and they were unhurt. So Hazel has that. She started by wandering up and down the length of the cottage, just back and forth. She would stop and kind of stand for a while and just stare off into space. And she would do the same outside on the patio. Um, she would go up and down the patio. Then, when she was losing her sight in her left eye, that is what causes her to go in circles. She goes where she can see. She just follows her sight to the right. Yes, it's heartbreaking. I got her after my last divorce, and my kids were grown, and it has just been she and I for all these years. I do everything I can to make her life as comfortable and accident free as possible. She eats like a champ. She has no loss of appetite. She has a hard time finding her food. I have to take her to her food and watch her while she eats so she doesn't lose it. She still enjoys being with me. She has turned into a little cuddle bug. Don't think that I don't think about releasing my baby from all of this. I do. It's constantly on my mind. And I just pray, Lord, help me to know when the time is right. Yes, I'm selfish. I don't know what I would do without her. I would be so alone. I mean, I have not been alone, alone. And, well, I was married, and then Sam was still at home. And I got Zip while Sam was still at home. And then I got Hazel. I have not been alone, alone in so long. And I don't know if I could be. And I'm kind of joking when I say I don't need a person, but I need a baby to be with me and to help me with my emotional, mental, whatever. I'm pretty sure I still do. How would I know? I do not want to be selfish and keep Hazel longer than I should. But for those of y'all who say, that's just mean, you need to put her down. Have you ever had to do that? Have you? Have you ever had to do that? I'm asking you, and I want you to tell me the truth. Have you ever had to do that? I have. But that kitty cat had been run over, and there was nothing the vet could do. So I had to have her put down, put to sleep, euthanized. I don't like that put down thing. I don't know. I don't like that. But y'all, please just pray that I'm going to be wise enough. And she goes to the vet all the time. For those of you who say you need to take her to the vet, shame on you. How could you judge me like that? You don't know me. She has a health plan that I pay for every month, and she always has. And she will, as long as she is alive. And any other baby I might have will have the same thing. If you have a pet, do you have pet insurance on your baby? Do you? I'm sorry, y'all. Now, my longtime folks that have been with me, they know all about Miss Hazel. They know how much I love her. Um, but it scares me, and I actually thought that when my friend Joan, my friends came from Pennsylvania, I thought, Lord, is this the time? Is this why you brought these wonderful ladies to visit me so I would have support? They didn't think it was time, and I didn't either. But please don't judge me, and don't say ugly things to me. This is hard enough. It's hard enough. And I'm doing my best. Now, I have told myself that if she loses her sight completely, that would be time, because I cannot imagine not being able to see and not being able to hear. But I just need to keep her for a little while longer. I will not let her suffer. I sit and nap with her constantly whenever she wants to. I don't take drives anymore because she's not happy in the van like she used to be. And when she goes to the groomer and when she goes to the vet, she has to have a little sedation. I don't want her stressed out any more than she has to be. And I don't take her to the vet any more than I have to. I have a wonderful vet I can call and ask questions. Um, I don't take her to the groomer as often, probably as I really should, because I'm trying to avoid. I've had the same groomer when she left PetSmart. I begged her to groom Hazel at her house. I've done everything I know to do, y'all. So please don't judge me. Instead, pray for me to have the strength and the wisdom to do what I know that I'm going to have to. That's all, you guys. I don't know what else to say. I'm lucky that I do have Stephanie and Leo and Maria and Jerry that would be with me when the time came. I have friends in the San Francisco area that would come and be with me. I love you guys, and I know that those of you who have made remarks to me, you did it because you don't know. You haven't watched this community since the beginning. You didn't know Hazel's story. She's 13, as close a guess as I have. She's a Yorkie Pomeranian mix. And I have been so blessed all these years to have her. And I don't want her to suffer. I don't want her to be in pain. I know the time is coming. I know it is. Anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know that she's the most important thing in my life. You know, besides the humans in my life. So, I hope this helps you to understand. And if you're a praying person, I ask you to pray. But every time she snuggles up next to me and nudges me, she's so strong, she will nudge my arm with her nose to move it to suit her. I think she still has a little quality of life. But don't think that I don't question it all the time. If I go dark and y'all don't see any videos for a while, that would be about the only reason why. Anyway, I looked at a couple of comments this morning and I just knew that I needed to address this because I don't want anybody to think that I'm a cruel person. I am not. So anyway, I love you guys. You have no idea how much I depend on you for your love and your understanding and your support. I mean, truly. So, Hazel and I are going to do something fun today. If all it is lay down and snuggle and take a nap. And she can have any treats. In fact, I'm going to cook her some bacon today. She loves it. So, thank y'all. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you later. Bye now.